Just based upon the experience that Malcolm had, he began to change himself in a more positive way. He was not just an individual who was a separatist. In other words, he was not just caught up in black people, but he became interested in all people. And how many know that anytime people are separatists or anytime people practice racism of any kind, it is a form of ignorance. For one to think that he or she is better than someone because of the complexion of their skin is total ignorance. Come on, somebody. But Malcolm, it's okay to praise him right there too. Whoever was clapping, clap again, and somebody help him. Here it is that Malcolm, he became more of a positive influence upon people than he had been in the beginning of his walk in Islam. And at the end of the movie, you all know how it ended, a very sad way where Malcolm was gunned down at a meeting, and after which, at the end of the movie, it was then that Spike Lee had children or people of all nationalities to come forward, and the camera would pan in on them and they would say, "I am Malcolm X. I am Malcolm X. I am Malcolm X." And what they were saying is they could relate to the things that Malcolm X had gone through, and they could relate to the things that Malcolm X was trying to accomplish, and they could relate to what it had cost Malcolm X to be in the position that he was in. And everyone that came in front of the camera was saying that in my own way, I am Malcolm X. And then later after that, you had the commercial that came, that was on television, and in that commercial, you had various children that would stand in front of the cameras and they would say, "I am Tiger Woods." Now, these were individuals that were trying to reach the status of a golfer and be on the level that Tiger Woods was on. And those of you that have followed Tiger, of course, this is before Tiger's episode his Christmas episode of Ho Ho Ho. They were saying that they were willing to pay the price that Tiger Woods paid in order to be on the level of a golfer as Tiger Woods was and is. And they would pan across the different faces of the children and they would say, "I am Tiger Woods." In other words, there's an association between Tiger Woods and myself, and I'm willing to do the same sacrificing as Tiger did in order to get to the level that Tiger is on. I'm willing to practice. And those of you that have followed him know that from a young boy, I believe at the age of 5, he got into being able to drive a golf ball like a grown person. But it's because golf clubs were given to him from the that he was able to hold them. And these individuals were saying that they were willing to practice and sacrifice in the same way that Tiger has sacrificed in order to get to the level of Tiger Woods. And it made me think that we all have something in common. There are things that happen to you, even though you may think that you're all by yourself and you're the only one who has had this experience. We all experience some of the same things. If there's anyone in here on today and that has never been heard, I would like for you to stand on your feet. And I knew that before I said that no one was going to be able to stand, because we have all been hurt in some form or some fashion. We have all experienced some type of heartbreak. We have all experienced some type of hardship. We have all experienced the highs and the lows of life, and time and chance happens to us all. We've all had sickness, and we've all had pain. We've all had struggles. We've all had opportunities to better ourselves, and we've all had opportunities to move to a higher place or higher level in life. So we have experienced some of the same things. Even in our thoughts, we experience some of the same thoughts, although there are some of us who fear to express what we have felt on the inside from time to time. I would almost venture to say that if you would ask the question that is on your mind, then you would probably find out that 99.75% of the people that are around you have had the same question. They've had the chance to wonder about the same things, and therefore that gives us something in common. We are common people sharing common ground, common air, and common areas. We are all alike. I know sometimes you have people who try to pretend that they don't understand where someone else is coming from. You've heard people say when they see folk going through something and they respond in a way that they probably would not, I don't think that they would respond in. And most of the time it's because they never had the chance, or they've never been through what the other person is going through. And if they were going through the same things that the other person were going through, they would probably respond to the thing in the same way that the other person was going through. But you've heard people say, honey, I don't know how they could do that. I don't know why they would do that, especially when it comes to shortcomings in the house of God, with the people of God. Need a witness somewhere. We sit back and we become judgmental of other people. We find people that struggle in different areas, and we have a tendency to blow them off as though their problem is not a problem at all. It's just something that they shouldn't do, and we can't understand why they do what they do. We can't understand why they're struggling with this or why they're struggling with that. But I will guarantee you that if you would take the time to be in touch with your human side and use human reasoning, you would be able to come up with the answer. The reason why they're doing what they're doing is because we're all sinners saved